Crypto adoption, it always takes longer than we would hope, but understand they are setting the stage. This is going to happen. You're going to see this flood of institutional building and capital, and we are so close. Understand this. Take a look at this. We see the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, crypto assets, and federal security law. This is all we ever wanted. We never needed new laws to codify things. We just asked the SEC, tell us the rules of the road. That's all we need. Well, we have that now, and we're going to keep pressing, and we're going to get those laws. More to come on that here. It's going to get done. But originally, mission accomplished. This is what we needed. This is what we wanted. We see crypto assets. Federal security law goes over crypto assets themselves, crypto networks, crypto applications. This is wild. And most importantly, right here, what crypto assets are not securities? Digital commodity classification right there on sec.gov. And they don't just give us some kind of vague definition, they give us examples. That's what's so powerful. Aptos, Avalanche, Bitcoin, Cardano, Chainlink, Doge, Ether, HBAR, Polkadot. Goes on to show Solana, Stellar, XRP, most importantly. That's what we're looking for right there. And it kind of covers the gambit. And it's not limited to these cryptocurrencies, but you have your regular types of cryptos like Bitcoin and XRP. You have your, Chainlink, which is kind of your services. You have your smart contract blockchains like HBAR, Ethereum, Solana, things like this. It kind of covers the gambit. So if someone comes and tries to call a certain crypto project a security down the road, well, you can draw parallels to these ones that have been named. And again, the biggest ones, they're named right here. These are digital commodities. This would be so hard to walk back. You're not going to be able to sue these people. They say, we followed the law. It was clear as day right there on the SEC website. This takes away a lot of teeth from the SEC going forward, even if you get an anti-crypto regime in the future. And lastly, I think they're laying out this frameworks, and the laws are coming next. It's only going to be a matter of time. Digital collectibles, this is more like NFTs. Of course, we have the president's WIF coin on there. But it goes on to say if a digital collectible is fractionalized or enables individuals to acquire a fractional ownership interest, it may be a security. I don't quite understand why that would be, but I'll have to think about that a bit. Digital tools, this would be like Ethereum name service domains or CoinDesk NFT consensus tickets, things of that nature. And lastly, stablecoins needs no explanation. So we have a lot here in writing. And again, this is what we've needed. We got what we need, and we're going to push this even farther. And you see here from CoinDesk, more than 100 crypto firms urge the Senate to move forward on the U.S. market structure bill. Key priorities include defining clear SEC and CFT oversight roles going forward. Who's going to be in charge of what? Protecting non-custodial developers, simplifying disclosure rules, and avoiding a patchwork of state laws. That's really actually why this is such a big deal, because we need to have national laws here. Not each state makes up their own little arrangements. If we're really going to have a serious industry here in the United States, 100 crypto firms pushing for this. Coinbase, Ripple, really pressing the Senate Bank Committee to get the Clarity Act markup done so we can get this sucker signed. The coalition warns, again, without comprehensive U.S. frameworks, we're going to push investment and jobs overseas. And further, your BlackRocks, your JP Morgans, your big players, they want to get in here big time. They don't want to concede this market because now is the moment. Now is the moment for investment capital to come flooding in. Now is the moment to adopt this technology as a tool that it was designed to be. And again, that favors things like XRP. Big announcement here. We see from Good Evening Crypto here. Ripple Treasury officially partners with Subway. Now, this isn't like we go to Subway to buy our sandwiches. This is Subway, the corporation, moving their money around. It's a corporate treasury type of deal. Again, in the grand scheme of things, nowadays we might not get that excited about this. But back in the day, if you had a major corporation partner with a Ripple or someone like that, it would be the biggest news on planet Earth. We're just spoiled nowadays. This stuff makes a difference. Now, Flare is going to be at XRP Las Vegas. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be there. I hope I get to catch one of these. I'm sure it'll be a great event. But the keynote is how Flare is building the on-chain financial rails for productive XRP. If you want the Flare story in one place this week, that's where you want to be. And they go on here to say, reminder, F Assets version 1.3 now gives XRP a direct path into Flare ecosystem, opening up DeFi use cases. Now, why is that so important? There's a great post by Jake Claver. Liquidity doesn't just enter XRP, it gets absorbed and locked. First, we saw again retail. Remember this 2017 XRP started the year turning about $400,000 a day in daily volume and had a price under 1 cent. This is what we saw. Massive retail investors starting to buy, acquire, hold, and it locks it up. It locks it up long term. Goes on in 2017. Ripple put a lot of money, a lot of XRP in escrow, giving the market a lot of security there, knowing they're not going to start dumping wildly. You can kind of know what the maximum Ripple can sell at, and they don't sell at that pace either. Usually they throw more back in the escrow. As the market matured, and this is what we are seeing now, ETFs drove new institutional demand while RLUSD expanded on-chain liquidity and settlement rails. People always mock me for saying it, but it does create a liquidity shock, or at least a supply shock on these exchanges, because these ETFs are vacuuming up XRP, taking them out of available for trade, and it's sitting more long-term, sticky investment. It's making a difference. It's why XRP is no longer 20 cents. It's now $1.40 in a very bearish time before we get off and running. We are a few levels higher, and that should continue. More capital will flow in. These are early days for ETFs. Remember that as well. This is just the beginning. We have not went through a bull run where you have this altcoin season, people putting a bunch of capital into altcoins. When you do, you're going to see XRP on exchanges, on U.S. exchanges. We haven't saw that yet. On a really bullish time, and also ETFs. It's going to have a compounding effect, and we should see that price fly. And then lastly, he goes on to say that's where Evernorth and DeFi come in, lending, liquidity pools, collateral mechanisms, all pulling XRP out of circulation, supply and demand. Demand is increasing, and you have the utility use cases, all of that, and supply is decreasing. You know, when those two things happen, what happens to price is pretty simple math. I saw this. This got me so hyped. I can't wait to watch this video. As soon as I'm done recording here, I'm going to. We see from Ripples in Wells. Says if you watch one thing, let it be this. Ripple XRP, a grand conspiracy by digital asset investor. This sounds like a classic DAI video, and I love these quotes. Ripple is not a normal company by Mr. Gupta there. Ripple will make a dent in the universe by Dylan Brown. Isn't that one of the most famous quotes there? Ripple will become a lender of last resort by Miguel Valles. XRP is going to be like the Swiss franc by Chris Larson. XRP was intended to be a global reserve currency, Brad Garlinghouse. And he goes on to say here, there is way more going on with XRP than meets the eye. Don't be fooled into thinking there isn't. And this is what I would tack on to that. It's not guaranteed. I don't think it's about, backroom deals, things like that. They believe, the people in this believe that their technology will be the backbone of the future of finance. And so I believe they are actually behind these quotes, and they're not just throwing it out there as hype. They see that coming into fruition here in the future. And if we keep on towards this path, you're going to see that these quotes will show up to be correct in real life. We see here over 2.25 billion in crypto short positions will get liquidated if Bitcoin price rallies above 80,000. Let's take a look. Where are we right now? 79,100 at the time of this recording. You can't see it here on my screen, but that's where we are. If we shoot up there, people start getting liquidated. Will we see the price run? Interesting news today. Michael Saylor just broke 5 million followers on X. That's more than the leaders of most countries. You don't think that this industry is getting ready to rock and roll? Lastly, good news breaking. Iran offers U.S. deal to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, end the war, and postpone nuclear talks till later. Now, is this a deal I think can work? No, I don't think that is an actual deal, but it just shows they're kind of inching towards some sort of finality here to end this thing. We started out some time back where U.S. had to leave the whole region and compensate Iran for all their losses. And, you're going to get more reasonable here by both sides, and this thing will be settled, and we can move on from it. We're getting close, and it seems like, we're not. You see hostilities flare up. Seems like it's the end of the world. This thing's closer to the end than the beginning, in my opinion. Let me know what you think down below. And lastly, my new newsletter here, topics like AI, space, just intelligence, things of that nature. New newsletter, link down below. Go ahead and sign up for it. You get right to your inbox some really good, updates on all these topics. It is The Frontier by Jungle Link. I think you'll enjoy it. Sign up for it. Link down below and in the pinned comment. Let me know what you think. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.